everyone, welcome back to the channel, and this is one of those rare joint 4K Blu-ray reviews that Matt and I do, and today we're going to be talking about, what year did this come out, Matt? 1974? Came out in 1974, directed by legendary horror director who ended up directing one of the best horror films of all time in Poltergeist, Tobe Hooper.
That's right. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
And this one just came to 4K, but we're going to talk about them both here today because Matt is a really big Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan, right?
I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan, but I enjoy the franchise. I enjoy this movie. It's up there for me, you know. I don't consider it the big three. I say this is like the B team when it comes to slashers and horror movies. It's not the best, but it's not the worst.
No, I agree with that. And this is like, you know, a really distinct one in the horror genre. This is the one that kind of inspired a lot of people. Like one of your favorites, Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Like he really just obviously took a liking to this film. And my biggest problem with this film is, and it's weird because you're really into films that are paced a little bit quicker. I find this film to be very slow and boring. I don't enjoy this movie almost at all. Like I don't really run back to this one. And it's weird that you love this movie so much.
It is interesting. I'm not sure what it is about it. Like I said, I think he's kind of the leader of the B team, in my opinion.
Leatherface?
Yeah, him and Chucky. You know, I think they're up there. I always liked these movies. I like that Texas summer heat horror genre that between this and because I really love the Rob Zombie movies as well. The Three from Hell is part 3, but the House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, that dirty, gritty, sweaty.
Oh yeah, they capture the heat, that's for sure. Like you hear the cicadas in the when they're driving around.
Same thing. Hills Have Eyes. That's another one like this.
Yeah, no, they do a good job with that. And I'll always just think of the ridiculous. And I'm sure this 4K didn't fix it, but that ridiculous editing with the kid in the wheelchair when he falls out of his wheelchair and like he's falling down the hill. Like there's like 8 edits in that one little scene.
Yeah,
I'll just never get over that. But I mean, this one I guess it's a little bit scary. It's violent. Leatherface. Hey, I mean he's scary, but just the fact that whole family is like that is scary.
It's really real too. Like the beginning scene. Well, in the beginning, like when you first see Leatherface, when he comes out from behind that door with that red wall with all the skulls on it, and he whacks the guy with the hammer, and he's just sitting there twitching. Like, yeah, like that's fucked up. You know,
it's really ahead of its time for an almost 50-year-old movie. That's incredible.
He pulls him in there and he slams the fucking door shut. That door, and then it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, and the room that they're in is disgusting.
Oh yeah, the whole house is just nasty.
And disgusting. They live there. This whole family lives there. This whole fucked up family.
What's their name again?
I don't know what their name is. So the Sawyers, renamed the Hewitts in the 2003 reboot and its 2006 prequel, are a large Southern American family of cannibalistic butchers and serial killers in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise.
Who
live in the Texas backwoods, who will abduct, torture, murder, eat stranded motorists. That is their goal.
Yeah.
And they sure as hell do it in this movie.
Yeah, they work at they have a slaughter factory or a slaughter farm or whatever, and you know, they like to change it up and eat people sometimes, and
that's understandable.
They're completely off the grid, off the map. They run the entire house on generators. They are definitely not all there in the head. You know, they're a bit of a strange family. A very terrifying situation to be in.
Yes, I agree.
But again, it's just a very dark. It's a very hot.
It's the king of the summer horror movie.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's definitely up there. Again, it's just very real, you know, because this is something that can actually happen. Like,
oh yeah, no, and it's scary because, like you said, they were just hitchhiking, and then this whole thing happened.
was this based on a true story? That's all.
That's all made up. Like when you're talking about the voiceover at the beginning and the end, no, that's all made up. And I love that. And actually, that's something that Rob Zombie took and used in his movies, and I love that.
Yes.
You know, I actually prefer, like I've said it before, I think Three from Hell is the best of that trilogy, but I just love I think they did a good job with that in those movies. The voiceover is good, and it builds up the tension. And this one, I liked it too, but it's just this movie, I feel like it just drags. It's an 83-minute movie, and it's still...
Yeah, I think it kind of flies by, if you ask me. You know, because it's just an event, you see... It just,
you're more horror than me.
Yeah, I don't know. It moves pretty quick for me. I enjoy this one. I watch this one pretty much once a year, actually. I do really like this movie a lot.
Yeah, you watched this. I think the second one is the best in the franchise, personally.
Tough one.
Yeah, I think personally, and that had a really nice 4K Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome, but actually, we're here today to talk about the 4K Blu-ray, and that's what we're going to do right now.
What happened was true.
This is Dark Sky Films.
Dark Sky Films.
Now, I didn't realize this at first, but the Blu-ray that I already had, which is an all-new 4K restoration on a Blu-ray disc, was from Dark Sky Films as well. So this Blu-ray, this 4K is actually the same exact scan, just on a 4K disc.
Really?
Yep.
Now, this already had a 4K release in Germany, right, or something like that?
Something like that. But the big difference between the new 4K and the old Blu-ray is this has Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos, where this had just a standard 1080p Blu-ray, and it did actually have a 7.1 True HD track on this. So
on a Blu-ray disc.
On the audio track on this was actually still pretty good. This actually, so again, it's an old movie. It was shot very
low budget.
Very low budget.
80,000 to 140,000 they had for this movie.
And it was a very crude.
It's like an exploitation horror film.
Yeah, so it's designed not to look great. The source material is not great, and the step up from this Blu-ray to the 4K is not huge. Now, the Dolby Vision, for sure, it does, so for instance, the green van, the colors on that green van, it's a little more vibrant. The red shorts on the girl, that pops a bit more. The skin tones and all that stuff. It looks, I would say, maybe 5 to 10% better if you have the previous Blu-ray. So the 4K itself, again, the Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, it's still an upgrade for sure, and it's definitely worth upgrading if you have this Blu-ray, but it's not the biggest leap, and you're not going to put it in and say, wow, this is an amazing 4K. But that's just source material. So this is definitely the best the movie has ever looked for sure, but it's not a giant leap forward. It's a very incremental increase versus something like, I don't know, what's a fantastic 4K that's
trying to think of it, like the way you're talking
like
about
the Halloween 4K.
Like the Halloween 4K is a big jump. I think that actually the Christmas 4Ks that came out from Warner Brothers were huge jumps.
Those are big jumps.
Christmas Vacation,
yeah, big time.
Like those were noticeable
jumps.
Yeah,
you're not going to get that kind of jump here. But again,
but that's because this is coming from a new 4K, because this is just the same scan. I always find out when the same scan is going from Blu-ray to 4K, it's never the biggest jump because the scan's already done. It's not a big jump.
But again, they're going to put Dolby Vision over it, which is not what's on the Blu-ray. Dolby Atmos, the soundtrack is actually a little bit better than the 7.1 that was on the Blu-ray. That for sure I can confirm. And this is actually packed with extras. So once you pop off the slipcover on this,
beautiful slipcover.
Yeah, I like that slipcover. You have some different cover art on the inside, which is pretty cool. You don't see that often. I like when they do that, when they have different slipcover and cover art. Pop this open, you have your feature film on 4K, and then you have all your bonus materials, plus the movie itself again on Blu-ray. Now, also, on the Blu-ray, there's a new feature-length documentary, The Legacy of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So there's a new full-length documentary that's included on this 4K.
That's my favorite
it's on the Blu-ray. That's my favorite kind of extras also. But it's on the Blu-ray disc, but still, that is something that this does not have. This Blu-ray doesn't have a ton of special features, where this Blu-ray is packed with special features. And there's some commentaries and stuff on the 4K disc as well, but the Blu-ray is where all the meat and potatoes are on this one. I think it's worth the upgrade in my opinion, because visually it's better, audio sounds much better, and you just get a ton of extras. So if you're a fan of this movie, I can highly recommend upgrading to this. But if you have this and you just like the movie, I think this Blu-ray is more than enough, because again, if you're not the biggest fan of the movie, this definitely looks very good still for a Blu-ray, because that is a 4K master on a Blu-ray, where this is going to add that Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos combo, which I love. And again, I enjoy this movie, and I'm probably going to check out that documentary at some point. There's enough special features on here to warrant the price, I think.
Okay. I mean, I haven't seen this 4K, guys, so I'm learning about this from Matt, because, like I said, I'm not the biggest Texas Chainsaw fan, so I wanted to see what he thought.
Yeah, I watched it, and then I went back and I checked out scenes. Again, the source material is not the greatest, but scene for scene, it is definitely better looking on the 4K. But the only thing it really does is just makes the colors a little bit more vibrant. Would that be color timing? I'm not entirely sure.
No, that's like that's just HDR. That's just increasing, like making the blacks deeper and darker and making the color contrast to it much brighter. Right. And that's what the HDR does.
Because again, this Blu-ray is still a very good Blu-ray. This 4K is just a smidge bit better. It just tunes it up a hair, and then you get a better audio track out of it.
Gotcha. Okay, very interesting. So what would you give this on a score of 1 to 10?
You know, the total package, I like that slipcover a lot.
And this did have a steelbook also, right? That you could get?
There was an edition like that. Maybe the steelbook looked like this, and it came with like a poster of this or something. I don't know,
it definitely came with a poster. I remember, because that was a pretty expensive 4K when it first got announced.
Yeah,
and then it ended up dropping a little bit.
I still think it's like $30.
Yeah,
right?
Which is crazy, but I guess
it is a tough buy at that price. But again, different slipcover art, which is a nice slipcover. The art in there, the separate art on the discs, no reversible cover art here, but again, it's a black case, so
wouldn't make a difference.
They don't really do well. It would make a difference if you just want to flip it.
Yeah, on the inside.
Because actually, the previous Blu-ray does have inside artwork.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, and it's actually that scene with the girl when she's walking up to the house and seeing the house for the first time.
Huh. Yeah, that's interesting. That's actually really. See, we were talking about this on Let's Talk. Like,
yeah, I want them to take black cases and then make them like that smoked gray look,
so you can gray.
Yeah, so you can see through it and start doing some inside artwork. So I kind of like. I even like this picture better, honestly. I like the packaging better on the Blu-ray.
My problem with the Blu-ray, from looking at it, is I actually don't really like this picture at all. I like the picture, but I don't like the font, that white font. I would have picked a different color font. I would have like black.
No, I think that works great because the big white house and all that. I like that better.
Okay.
But overall, you know, the disc art on the discs is cool. We like that here. I think the Blu-ray had that as well. Yeah, the Blu-ray had that.
Mm-hmm. Looks like the cover.
Yep. So overall, I'm probably in the 8.5 neighborhood because, again, packed with extras. It looks great. Sounds great. And it's a great movie.
All right,
so
nice.
I'm going to keep it in that neighborhood. Just because the price brings it down a little bit for me.
Like, I don't know what you could expect more than that for
there's
a
not
film.
really more I can really ask for.
It's tough. It's an old movie with a low budget to make it.
So maybe I'll give it a 9.
Okay,
yeah,
we'll
give it the 9, yeah.
Yeah, they did a lot of work on that. And for a studio that I've never really seen do 4Ks, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if I have anything else from them. Dark Sky Films, I'm not too familiar.
Interesting. But anyway, guys, we're going to shoot this over to Future Me for this week's Digital Code giveaway. So if you're here for that, stay tuned. For everyone else, we'll be seeing you around. Hey everyone, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed Matt and I's review of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4K. Well, Matt kind of reviewed it. I was just kind of there to interview him and chime in when I could. But that's not why we're here right now. Right now, we're here to spin this magic wheel 2 times and pick our 2 Digital Code giveaway winners. And if you happen to just stumble upon the end of this video and you're wondering what is the Digital Code giveaway, well, we do this every single week here on the channel. On Friday's video, Matt or I will ask you 2 Digital Code giveaway questions. All you have to do is answer 1 in the comment section below, and then we put your name on this magic wheel right here. We spin it twice, and whoever those 2 names land on, those are this week's 2 Digital Code giveaway winners, and they have their choice of the digital codes that you have seen on your screen before you today. And in this past Friday's video, I asked you, what is your favorite fantasy film and what is your favorite animated film? And there are a lot of great answers that came out through there. There's some that I've never heard of. There's some films that I've loved and I haven't checked out in years. And then there's some films that kind of line up with my own personal taste. Like for anyone who mentioned The Lion King, that is my personal choice for the best animated film of all time. Is it the best animated now still? No, there's been some amazing films that have come out since The Lion King that are animated way better. But the story, I don't know if many other animated films have been able to hit the story and plot of The Lion King. I think that The Lion King is pretty much a masterpiece. Yes, it is based on a William Shakespeare play, a Hamlet, so they had a little bit of an outline of what they wanted to do. But for a kid's film, and for one that came out in 1994, it's truly just amazing that that film can still make me hurt as much as it does, just like it did when I was only a few years old. So that should just tell you how good of a film The Lion King is. And the remake that came out a few years ago, directed by Jon Favreau, is absolute trash. I just did not enjoy that movie at all. I don't know why you have to touch one of the greatest films of all time, but that's Hollywood for you. But enough of me rambling on. We're here today to spin this magic wheel and see who our 2 lucky winners are, and that's exactly what we're going to do. It's time for the first wheel spin. Steve, congratulations, man. These small slices make it very close. All right, Steve, we're going to remove you and we're going to spin it again. Congrats. Parallax Scarecrow. All right, congratulations. All right, well, there you have it. Steve and Parallax Scarecrow. I believe Parallax Scarecrow has won before. Steve, I'm not 100% sure of. You guys have both been entering into the digital code giveaway for a while now, so if you want to claim your digital code, all you have to do is reach out to us on either Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Direct message us there, or you can always reach us at our email address of letstalkentmt@gmail.com. Let us know which of the digital codes you want. As long as the other winner didn't take it, that digital code is all yours. And I'm on vacation from my regular job next week, so I'm hoping to adjust the digital code cards and add every single digital code that we have to them, make them a little bit more flashy. I just need a little bit of time to do that. But if you guys do want a list of all the digital codes we have, I do have them, and I can always just send those over, because the ones you see in the pictures aren't all of them. It's just those are the ones that are kind of in the rotation. But I do have a full list of digital codes. I can always send that over to you if you are the lucky winner and you want to see what we have fully. Just let us know, and either Matt or I will send it right over. And anyway, guys, thank you so much for entering into the digital code giveaway. I know I say this every single week, but it's one of my favorite things that we do here on the channel, just because I love interacting with all you guys so much. Just have some great conversations in the comment section below, and there's just nothing funner than talking about movies, and we all have a great time doing it. And I just want to let you guys know that Matt and I both really do appreciate you guys entering into this digital code giveaway, even if you don't win. So make sure you come back to this Friday's video, because we'll do this all over again for the next week, and we'll ask you guys, hopefully, some pretty good questions. But if you want to help this channel out, nothing helps this channel out more than by you liking this video, subscribing to the channel. And now we do podcasts, so search for us on all podcast services. That's under Let's Talk Entertainment and Media. Subscribe to us there, give us a 5-star rating, maybe write a review for us. If you really enjoy us that much, it would really help us out. And another thing that really helps us out is you guys running down those streets just like Rocky does and telling all your friends about us.